Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well, and today we're going to talk about a UK stock that has crashed over 70%, and we're going to be taking a look at this UK stock and if it's a good opportunity to buy this one. You guys seem to have been really enjoying the UK stocks recently, which is absolutely amazing because it was only a couple of weeks ago I was looking at doing a few UK stocks and the views were just absolutely terrible. So they're back popular again is really good because I do like talking about the odd UK stocks as being a UK investor as well. So yeah, we'll take a look at this one, and it is Purplebricks, and we'll have a look. So it was only about a week ago we was talking about another UK stock that was down 70%, which was the Hook Group, and this was one that fell off a cliff, and it has carried on going down a little bit lower. This one is definitely high up on my watch list at the moment. Not that I'm going to buy it, just that as it keeps dropping at some point you go, it's going to be worth a punt at some point. But this was a UK stock that we talked about that lost 70% of its value. But today we're talking about this UK stock that has lost 70% of its value. So for its 52-week highs, you can see here, 16th of April, we are down, there we go, 70%. Now today it is having a little bit of a bounce up, or I say bounce up, it has just fallen off a cliff as recording this video. It was doing okay today, but it has just started going down. But you can see here on Thursday, this is the big massive drop that happened. The stock lost a lot of its value. On Thursday was down nearly 35%. And you can see here with Purplebricks, it did come onto the stock market around about 2015. Did okay, and then especially 2017, it had a massive bounce up, but it has been just awful the last kind of few years. But after the kind of CEV drop off, we did actually start to see a bit of a spike on Purplebricks, and it was up 181% at one point, and then just since then we've just gone lower and lower. And the first thing I'm going to say is it's just a reality check really, from the Hook Group that we covered a week ago to Purplebricks that we're covering now. The UK stock market is very, very volatile. We sometimes see it in the US, not as much, but in the UK especially, you can have drops so quickly, and massive drops, drops of 30% in one day is a huge amount. And it's just the reality check of welcome to the stock market. Everything seems fine. Next thing you wake up, you look at the stock market at 8 a.m. and you see your stock spot a trading update down, and boom, you're being punched in the face and you're down 30%. And that's just the reality check of sometimes the risk that you've got to realise with having individual stocks, and sometimes them UK individual stocks, they do sometimes take that drop. And there's always that saying of always think about the worst case scenario, and there's never wrong with taking a little bit of profit off the table here and there, because you never know when this might happen to a stock that you own. And I think especially the reason why it happens a lot in the UK stocks as well is because we are talking about a lot of stocks that are very, very small, so it's not hard for them to move this much. You look at Purplebricks, 100 million market cap, so that's a very small company. It doesn't take much for a company like that to move that much in value. The Hook Group, even there, this one is 2.5 billion, but even this one moved a lot as well. But a lot of these stocks, under 1 billion or 1, 2, 3, 4 billion, not hard for them to move. And it's just a reality checker that you have to be very careful when you are investing this stock into individual stocks and individual stocks from the UK. You've got to be prepared that you might just take a 20% drop out from nowhere. And sometimes people forget about that. People forget that out of nowhere these stocks can drop like this, and when it happens they go, whoa, what just happened? And it's like this shock. And that's just I think this video, I just wanted to start off with saying this is just the reality check here of individual stock picking, and even more individual stock picking in the UK. Now getting back to Purplebricks, the ticker symbol is PURP, and Purplebricks is an online estate agent which operates in the UK. They also have started to try and expand internationally. Some have been successful, sometimes it hasn't been successful for them. It was founded in 2012 by Michael Bruce and Kenny Bruce. Now if you're from the UK, you probably have heard of Purplebricks, especially recently. They seem to be getting really big on the TV adverts, and I'm sure you've seen the signs everywhere quite recently as well. So Purplebricks tried to be a bit more of a disruptor in the estate agent space. So what they do is they give you your free valuation, which at the moment is done online through Skype or WhatsApp or some platform. They give you the valuation, and then they give you your upfront fee for selling the house, and they try and do this a lot cheaper than what other estate agents do because they are online only. Obviously online only saves them the cost of a normal estate agent, and basically they try and make it easy for you and also cheaper for you. And so they're trying to disrupt this space in the estate agent side of it from the UK point of view. So really we're trying to talk about a online disruptor of the estate agents in the UK. So going back to the stock, why is this company struggling on the share price front? Is there something going wrong with the company? Why is the company just dropped over 30% really. So what Purplebricks did is they have issued a profit warning, and they did this the other day. That's what caused the 30% drop. And the reason why Purplebricks have warned that its profits will be lower is because it has a sharp slowdown in the number of houses it has to sell. Obviously, if you're an estate agent and you don't have houses to sell, that is going to cause a problem, and that's what's happening. And what we do have at the moment, we've had a UK housing market that's boomed, and obviously what is starting to show right now is that is starting to slow down a little bit. It said that is expected to instruct on 22,000 properties to sell in the next 6 months to October the 31st, down from almost 40% in the same period. So that is a huge amount of drop off in properties. And the big worrying thing that we had with Purplebricks is that this is a steeper fall than many of Purplebricks' rivals, indicating a considerable loss of market share to competitors. So this is worrying. I had a quick check, and I think the other competitors were talking around about a 20 to 30% fall off. So Purplebricks has lost 40%. So what you have here is you have a company that is been in an industry that's been booming, so you have an industry here that's slowing down, which is never great. Obviously you want your industry to carry on growing, otherwise that's going to start affecting your sales and the competition. Then if your competition gets tighter, is the prices going to get tighter on margins that you make, or competition and everything like that. And then the other thing is that if you're losing 40% from that period and your competitors are losing a lot less, you're now losing market share. So you're looking at a company like Purplebricks and going, well, if you're losing market share, obviously you've got a slowing sector here, but as well as that, there's a problem with your company. Your company, people are not coming to your company to choose them to sell your houses. So we have that as well, that there's obviously something going wrong with Purplebricks because people aren't choosing them to sell houses. And also, to be fair, the CEO came on and actually said we have underperformed the market. So fair play, not coming out and blaming it on something, saying that we are actually performing pretty bad as a company. That's a bit honest to do, rather than saying, oh, it was a little bit rainy this month, so that's why we lost sales, like some other companies. But yeah, that's a pretty good for the CEO to come in and acknowledge that, but it's definitely a problem that we have here. Now, in general, I do really like investing to UK companies because I can actually keep an eye on how they are doing. And with Purplebricks, I can do that because I'm from the UK. And it actually shows that data here that Purplebricks is actually losing market share. And it said here on April 23rd that they have lost market share. Now, actually, before I even looked into this, I actually thought straight away, I feel as someone that drives around a little bit, and I have seen less and less houses being sold by Purplebricks, and I thought, wait, when I saw this, before I even looked, I think they're losing market share. So this all lines up what I was thinking. You know, you drive around, back maybe 2-3 years ago, every house was starting to get taken over by Purplebricks. Now I just see less and less actual houses being sold by Purplebricks. And that's a bit of a problem. And also I've noticed less advertising as well from Purplebricks. Normally I used to see quite a bit on the adverts. Still see some now, but not as much as what I used to see 2 or 3 years ago. So it does seem like Purplebricks are coming into a bit of a stage here where they've got to kind of reinvent themselves to kind of get back to moving in the right direction. And this also got me onto thinking of moats and moats for this company. And I thought one of the big things that I've really started to appreciate probably over the last 12 months is a bit more of having businesses that have income that comes in on a regular basis, not just a one-time payment, more of a subscription model, but as well as that, having that moat and that loyalty to that brand. Now, I looked at a Purplebricks and an estate agent, and I looked at an estate agent and thought, realistically, there's millions out there. There's so much competition. Realistically, going from estate agent to estate agent, it's not a make or break thing. You know, if you go to like a program where you want to type something, a letter on your computer or something, straight away you go Microsoft Word, that is the best program, and that has that moat. You know, there's other people that have tried to come into that area, no one can really take it off Microsoft. And it's like a lot of editing programs. If I want editing programs, what do you first think of? Photoshop, Adobe, Premiere. Those are the best editing programs out there, have been for years, and there's other people that try to come into this area but they just can't touch them because their product is just absolutely amazing and they're subscription based. I look at something like an estate agent. Realistically, there's so much competition. It's very easy to get in there. And when you come to selling a house, how often do you sell a house? How often do you go, oh, you know what, they're really good, I'm going to keep using them? Not often, because realistically when you sell a house, you're probably going to sell your house probably once every 10-20 years. So this here is not an industry where you have that repeat income. You don't have that brand loyalty, and that's the big thing I have here. The margins are very small and there's no real big loyalty or moat in this area, which got me worried. So straight away I was looking at this one and thinking it's not an industry that I probably would want to get involved in for them reasons. Now it does currently have a P of 26, which isn't too bad, but it's still quite overvalued compared to the industry and the market. If we go on the past growth, you'll see here that they actually used to have really good revenue growth. You can see here the revenue growth was actually really strong. The only downside is that they did used to burn through a lot of money at the same time. But what you'll see recently, really since the turn of 2019, is you'll see that the company here, the revenue has just really not done anything, and in fact they've decreased revenue. Now because of that, they are not seem to be losing as much money, but at the same time profit isn't massively moving in the right direction. So my problem here is that you look at this company here and basically they seem to be flat from 2019 and there's not much going on here. And you look at the share price here and you can see that is the reflection in the share price. There was optimism about the growth that it had here, but you see since 2018 really this company has really struggled to do anything, and that lines up basically with a lot of the financials here. You can see like the optimism of the revenue was moving in the right direction. So sure, the losses were not great, but you'll see here that they just started to slow down, moving in the right direction, and that's shown in the share price. Now the reason why is because if you're an investor, when you invest in the company, what is the main thing you need to make money into a stock or into your investment? When you invest into a company, you need the company to grow revenue and grow profit. If you have a company or you invest into a company that grows revenue and profit, you will make money on that investment over a long period of time, 100%. You look at Purplebricks, what's happened in the last kind of 2 years, revenue has decreased, profit has moved up slightly, but when you have revenue decreasing that much, it's not attracting investors, and that is the big problem you have with Purplebricks right now. It's not going to attract any investors until it moves a bit more in the right direction. Now this company is actually 100 million market cap, and I was actually really surprised with actually how strong the balance sheet is. There's no debt on the balance sheet, and what's even more impressive actually is they actually have 74 million in cash on the balance sheet. That's pretty good going. So yeah, that's really strong on the balance sheet point of view. That is one positive that I did find out from this company. Now what I was really surprised by is that when I went onto the management and the ownership, is that there wasn't much mention of the actual founder here, and the management as well had a management change 2.5 years ago. So I thought, well, this company was founded in 2012, which isn't too long ago realistically. So to have a big change like this, what's kind of happened with the founder here? So I had a quick search, found this out in 2019, and it was Purplebricks founder quits after disappointing 12 months. And it looked like they were struggling with some of their expansion plans here. Now this all ties in with everything that we've gone through basically today. When we get here, the share price kind of fell off. This is when the founder left, and what has happened since then is we've had a company that has struggled to basically perform since 2019. So basically since we've had the founder basically leave this company, there has been a lot of problems. So it seems like to me that the founder has basically taken this company to as far as he can. He took it to as far as he can and tried to expand. The expansions didn't work, and now Purplebricks is stuck in this area where it doesn't really know where to go next. And my big worry is that if the founder's tried to take it as far as he can and then he's gone, right, I'm walking away from this, then it seems like Purplebricks is stuck in a bit of position now of where does it go, because it needs to try and reinvent itself. To reinvent themselves, they need to get back onto making profit and revenue. Until it has that, then it's going to struggle. It's not going to have any share price movement in the right direction. So at the moment I see a company that is struggling from where to go direction of point of view, and also it's in an industry that I'm not really interested in, to be honest with you. Financially though, the balance sheet looks absolutely amazing, but I just think there's a lot of things where the company needs to think about where it's going here. So for me at the moment, this one does not really interest me until I see it start moving back in the right direction. I'll add it onto a watch list. I'll reassess where it is in maybe 12 months, 24 months time, see if it kind of gets a direction where it wants to go. But right now there's still a lot of problems here for Purplebricks, and I think that's really been reflected in the share price over the last couple of years. So at the moment, not one for me, not one that I'm interested in, but hopefully there was some useful little information there for you guys that were interested in that one, or just enjoyed the video and maybe some how I kind of look into stocks and my thoughts into some certain stocks. So yeah, hope the video was useful. If it was, hit the like button. Have a good weekend. I'll probably see you on Sunday, on Monday, and if you're on the Patreon, I'll be doing a review on earnings either Saturday or Sunday, so check that video out when I do upload it, and I'll catch you all in a bit, guys.